cheer and honour for the phenomenal Mr. James Porrit! Hello. Right, before I start with my jokes, there's a bit of admin, really. First of all, you should all know that I'm gay, and this isn't share time, it's relevant to later jokes. And also, you've had a lesbian on stage giving jokes as well, so if you don't laugh at my stuff, you're going to look like a bit of a homophobe. Anyway, so you know I'm gay, and I think one of the main things that signals this to people is that I've got a very camp voice. It's very hard to not pick up on my voice, unless you're my mother, which I've been living with for, well, as long as I've been here. And she's really not picked up on this fact. And I'm thinking, you know, maybe I should bring it up over a Sunday dinner sometime. Mum, do you mind passing the potatoes to the homosexual, please? Thanks. I was talking to my boyfriend the other day, and he said to me, James, do you mind giving me a hand with my laundry? And I said, no. I said, you can do it yourself. And he came back with, oh, well, I can jerk myself off as well, but you don't mind giving me a hand with that? A bit of a fib, I don't actually have a boyfriend, which you may have guessed when I look like this. Thanks, a laugh would have been better, but... no, I tell that joke because, well, it's supposed to get a laugh. And also, if I tell it to people, I don't feel quite so lonely. So, no awe this time. Okay. But if there are any single men in the audience, you know, come see me afterwards if you're interested, even if you're straight, because you know what they say, once you go gay, you just realise you always have been, because it's not a choice. I'm not an only child, much to my frustration. Give us a cheer if you've got siblings. You, sir, how many siblings have you got? One. I've got fucking 4. My parents haven't got TV in the bedroom, so they've got to do something. Well, actually, it's because they're Catholics, so it's the whole idea of procreation, which was a good thing for me as a child because I was never one of those kids who had to think, was I an accident? Was I the split condom? You know, I was clearly planned. But this feeling of happiness soon disintegrates when you find out you weren't conceived through love. Because as Catholics, they can't enjoy anything, especially sex. I'm from a little town in Yorkshire called Doncaster. Give us a cheer if you know where Doncaster is. It's a shithole, isn't it? No, we're quite famous for our STI rates and our high teenage pregnancies. You don't come from Doncaster, you come from Retford. Okay? I know him, so... Yeah, I went on the internet looking for some local lore about Doncaster. I mean, I lived there, so I know everything about it, but it was for the comedy gig. And I went on this one website called chavtowns.net. Gives you some indication of what Doncaster's like already. And someone posted quite an innocent comment, watch out for the rats in the town centre. I didn't think there was a problem with this. Every town's got rats, I'm sure. Although one person clearly didn't feel this was, you know, a right thing to say. So someone who I can only imagine comes from Doncaster, called James, left this comment. Lol, there ain't no rats apart from up your arse, lying pathetic scum. You're up your own arse, Donny's cool. And it ain't my fault no one there likes you, 'cause you're a queer. Bit offensive, to say the least. But it doesn't really say anything about Doncaster, more about the people who live there. Also, it says that after a few drinks, I turn into quite the homophobe. Ironic, I know. I'm not sure about the rats, though, because I've never seen any. But what I do know is that Doncaster's a bit overrun with feral Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses. Have we got any religious people in tonight? Because I'm really going to take the piss out of them. Good. Yeah, they kind of patrol our town centre looking to corner some poor, helpless member of the public, and they want to talk to them about their imaginary friend. Jesus. I don't have a problem with this. It's just, when they want to introduce you to their imaginary friend, it's where you have to draw a line in the sand and fuck off as fast as you can. But I was talking to, I think it was a Jehovah's Witness, because she had a little girl with her, because they tend to indoctrinate them from an early age. And she seemed quite normal, and she asked me, "Oh, are you religious?" And I didn't want to say I'm an atheist, for fear that she might, spray me with holy water. Shh, be gone. So I said I was a Catholic, which is kind of true, because I did do about just over a decade with the Catholic Church. Like they're a prison. Can't get away from them. And a normal response to that should have been, "Oh good, you believe in God, that's great." That was not what she said. She came out with, "Oh, my husband used to be a Catholic, until we found him." I didn't know quite how to react to that. At any minute now, I thought a van was going to zoom around the corner and take me away, which they would have done if I'd have said I'm also gay. So, but if we're quite honest, these people are crazy. I mean, give me a cheer if you think most religious fanatics are crazy. I am loving you for that sound. I mean, I don't know what's really wrong with them. They must have some kind of bad wiring in the head. But in their defense for creeping me out, I think I creep them out of it when they come to knock at the door and talk to me. Knock at the door. "Have you heard the good news?" Now, this is where I like to camp it up to the max. "Oh my God, Judy's alive." I hope you all got that reference. It was Judy Garland. She's a big gay icon. If you didn't, you're an idiot. And I tell them, "Oh, I've got loads in common with Jesus. I hang around with lots of guys too." And I'm pretty sure all the girls I'm friends with, one of them is probably a prostitute. Also, my mother says I was immaculately conceived. What's more likely is she's a lying adulteress. That's all I've got. I'm James Porrit, and you've been fantastic.
James Porrit, everybody! As James came on, we had the most awkward handshake ever.